Hello everybody, my name is Taylor and welcome back to Let's Play Rimworld. In the last episode, I believe we recruited Mackenzie, and now we have Jerry as well. And we took down some raiders, which is pretty exciting. And something else that I noticed when I was loading into this is that we actually have this gun right here, which is really great. We can have Jerry equip that. Now, he's not going to be that good with it, but he is currently the best person we have with shooting at all. My guy's passionate about shooting, and his shooting skill has increased since he's gotten here, but having Jerry with that gun is going to be excellent. I'm really excited for the base right now. When I'm looking at it, this is almost done. Looks like we're going to be able to get that done over the course of the winter. We also have this prisoner here. Oh, is she? No, she's not a prisoner. Sorry. It's been a whole day. I forgot. This person is actively involved in a quest, and when they're done the quest, we are actually going to get another colonist, so we're going to be up to 4, which is really exciting. So, we started out with 1, normally start with 3, so having the 3 colonists here and working is really great. It's basically, we've almost caught up to the point where we would need to be, although if we had a normal start, we'd have way more resources by this point, because we'd be able to actually farm and whatnot. And we still need batteries and stuff. It's good to have Jerry around, because Jerry can just be literally doing research the entire time. Are you guys seeing those weird, the colors are changing just a little bit, and then they change back? I don't know. I still haven't gotten my my mods back for Rimworld yet. I'm hoping to hear back from the developer about that. One colonist idle, need batteries, tattered. So she's doing that, which is very good. She's good at doing stuff like that. My guy's good at constructing, so it's a match made in heaven. We're building this into because currently it's our barracks, but eventually it's going to be our hospital. And for that, I believe we've designated that they're going to be 5 by 5. Yeah. So this is going to be 5 down. So it's pretty much all mined out at this point. Usually my hospitals are a little bit bigger than that. But I assume for a first hospital it's going to be fine. And we can always expand it as well. I mean, there's nothing to say that we can't expand it. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be the best idea. But we could always have another hospital right below it. Or we could just expand it this way if we ultimately need to. But I feel like this is going to be fine for right now, although we are probably going to get a lot of colonists coming in. I do think having 2 hospitals is nice, as long as they're both connected to the storage area. I think that's really what we're going to be focusing on. I want to try to make sure that I'm keeping the game unpaused and at a decent speed, because I want to pass through this, because it's going to take a while to get through all of winter. Because we're not even technically in winter yet, and there's plenty of snow on the ground. Let's check out your needs. Greedy for impressive bedroom. That's, honestly, I respect your greediness. I wish I gave my character the greedy trait. Because, I'm a little greedy in real life. Awful barracks, darkness, slept in cold, observed corpse, ate awful meal, ate without table. These are all legitimate complaints. I'll give you that. They are all legitimate. So we're going to put a grave right there. Going to have Mackenzie work on. No, you're not prioritized for that. Not assigned to constructing either. That's pretty bad. What am I doing? Building wooden dining chair. It's important, but not as important as a grave. I wonder how much. Oh, this is deteriorated almost entirely because nobody's storing it anywhere. But we also don't really have anywhere to store it. That's why it's really important that we start really working on our base. The nice thing is, because of the colonists we currently have and this setup right here, I think we're going to be good on defense, at least for the short term. Because I really don't think much is going to be able to get past most of this, and by the time they actually get to our fort, they're going to have a lot to deal with, and hopefully Jerry's going to get his. I guess I'm saying us. They're the problem. Us and Oz are like the hardest vocal crutches to get rid of, and they're like the most common. Bury this guy. One colonist idle. That's fine. You don't have to do anything. You're just visiting for research. Another thing I'm super excited about, like that's what's really cool about, I would say, this particular colony. There are a lot of opportunities. So one of the opportunities is getting these to make our malnutrition minor. Okay, so because of that, we're gonna have to change their allowed area. Free range animals. You need to be allowed to go into here to be able to get food. That's fine. At some point, we'll have like a food system for them. I worry how much they're gonna take, and like, because they're like big animals and stuff, and like we're absolutely gonna like need our food. But I really do want to keep these two alpacas alive, because like the sheer chances of us getting a mating pair of them is really good, and their wool is going to be very valuable. So they really shouldn't have to be sleeping in the heat. Or, sorry, they shouldn't have to be sleeping in the lack thereof. So I'm going to make you do this, and I'm going to make you do that. Sorry about that. I think it's important for the happiness of literally everybody. Although it would have been nice if you didn't just work on these freaking things when I told you to just work on this and this. These guys have a real issue with that. I think when you look at them and they have like red under their names, that means they're like possibly having a mental break. No, you need to like do what I said. Why are you acting like this? Oh, that's great. We actually there's a raccoon who's just gonna die in here. I don't think that it's gonna just attack us, but it can't get out. I think that it's gonna be prudent to draft this guy, attack this Ibexto to death, and I'm gonna haul this. There's no empty place to freaking put them. It's because that's because our dumping stockpile is just too low. We're gonna fix that. No problem. And we're gonna get this guy out of the door, and then we're gonna make this so it's not held open. This is why you shouldn't leave that held open once the people are done attacking the base. Because the problem is, now we have a wild boar in our base. Although I don't... Oh, no, there's food. There's food, and it's... I'm just gonna have him haul the pemmican. I think that's just gonna be a lot easier than what we were trying to do before. Let's check to see if there's any wildlife that we can actually hunt. There's actually not even that much wildlife at this point. There's only two. No, disallow that. There's literally only two of these creatures left. I was gonna say, when was the last time they ate anything? At some point, we're gonna be able to get here and get that insect jelly, so that's cool. It all takes time, and I know the insect jelly sells for like a few hundred. I also know that I said that I was gonna like press play more and get things faster. So what are we going to do with these two guys? We're literally going to let them starve to death, and then we're going to butcher them. Flash Storm doesn't seem to really be doing much, except for, I mean, this is a lot. This is enough, I guess. Like, you know, it's pretty big. Seems like it really didn't affect anywhere else on the map, though. So now at least they're in like a well-heated environment, and this area is going to be well-heated as well once this is built. Part of me thinks I should have just kept the campfire in there, but I also don't want them to be uncomfortably hot, because I think that gives them a bigger debuff than if they were just not that. I'm gonna probably forbid that one because it's right in front of a spike trap. And hopefully Mackenzie's not idle. I wonder what she's going to be doing next. I'm trying to keep an eye on all these people to make sure that they're doing the right thing. Jerry is great. He just goes and he researches. It's all you need him to do. Hopefully his like lack of manipulation doesn't like slow him down at researching at all. I really don't see why it would. That's kind of why I have him doing that in the first place. Yeah, just work on what like you're supposed to work on. Like, yeah, that is perfect. Like once, like really realistically, once this is built, like everything should be heated. Finally finished researching the battery. That took a really long time. I'll give him that, but at least it's done. Okay, now we're looking at the list. I believe we have like a bunch of things we want to work on. Smithing is definitely like top in my mind. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down the smithing tree for a bit because like eventually I really do want to invest in geothermal power, especially for when we have hydroponics set up, but I'm going to focus on smithing because it's going to be more important quicker. Then I might focus on hydroponics. I really do want to get a hydroponics table set up as soon as humanly possible. It's probably going to be up in this area, I would imagine. Like in the storage area, like it'll probably be like further down the hall. Although it should probably be pretty close to this, so I might have hospital, growing area. And then I might have the growing area extend or like be bigger in this area. Again, trying to plan ahead as much as as much as I possibly can. Cause yeah, if I like have this, then this is also connected to the freezer. And the problem with most with a lot of base design, especially if you're digging into a mountain, is that your freezer has to be basically on the outside of the mountain for proper ventilation. And there's a bunch of things that kind of rely on the freezer, and you have to get to and from the freezer. So it makes sense to have those rooms connected to it. So yeah. There's that. Jerry's cleaning. Jerry, it's because I didn't put researching on. That's why. That makes sense. I'm not as upset with you, Jerry. I gotta deconstruct this wall because again, they don't prioritize working on corners. I don't understand why that's so hard. Just make them prioritize working on the corners if something's being built in a square. It's such a common issue that it bugs me. We're gonna need more. We're gonna need more wood. We've really decimated this area in terms of plants and such. Orders. Oh. My phone's little helper thought I was talking to it, and I was not. I'm never talking to you. Bixby. Freaking Bixby, dude. So horrible. I miss, I was gonna say I miss Siri, but that's not true. I miss Google Assistant on the Google phone. Like, you know, what's horrible with like my Samsung phone is that like I have Google Assistant working on my phone, but when I go to set like an alarm or do anything, it doesn't actually work. It just says, "Oh yeah, we set that alarm for you. That's set for sure." Then you go check and it's not set, and it's like, oh my god. Mackenzie's gonna need some more long-term tasks to do because, like, obviously she doesn't have enough to do. Animals, medical, artistic. So, if we could get her working on artistic, that would be awesome. But the question is, where? Where would we do that? I'm gonna reinstall this closer to the hopper guy. Have this moved. So if we have an art table right here temporarily, it's not gonna mess everything up. And I really want to try to focus on getting a storage area done as soon as possible because we're really out of like places to store stuff. Although we can store stuff in here if like need be. What was I actually doing? Oh my god, this needs to be done too. Oh, you know what I was doing? I remember now. Art bench. This needs to be created so that Mackenzie can have something to do, and then it can be put back up here in the workshop area once it's time. Something I'm also really excited about, and I'm gonna stop saying that I'm really excited about stuff, but I'm interested in replacing the flooring and making like and having like uniform carpets for everything. Not like the same color, but like I like to color code my rooms, and I just make it. I think makes it so much more pleasing to look at. Deconstructing ship chunk. That is absolute. I'm salty because that is not what you should be doing right now, but. They're valuable resources. And you chose to haul the steel. You don't even know why you're out there, do you? This guy's really dumb. He's really, really dumb. Oh, more ship chunks. That's good. I'm not going to prioritize deconstructing them yet. I think we probably have like a bunch of components that we can work with now. And are you working on the right thing? Probably not. Probably not. Another thing that annoys me is when they drop stuff and then go pick it up from farther, and then go pick up something else from farther away. You could feed that to... Oh, and this is complete now. So now we're not just wasting a bunch of resources. This is bothering me aesthetically. So I'm gonna put that there. Looks like we're coming to the end of another day. Jerry's got plenty to research, so we got that going. My guy's going for a walk. I'm gonna keep an eye on Wool Girl, see if she ever gets pregnant. She might only be able to get pregnant in like springtime or summertime or something like that. That would make sense to me because isn't that normally when animals like reproduce or whatever? So I think if we're gonna do a barn, we're probably gonna make the barn up here. I'm also interested in making like a fenced-in area for them to be able to like graze and stuff. I don't want to make it too far away. I might put it down here, because like we're gonna have a hallway that goes like doop and then doop. So if it's like, so if we have like an entranceway going out this way, and then there's things out here, that'll be cool. Mackenzie chopped down a lot of freaking trees. Mad Timberwolf, that's not good. Okay, quest available. Oh, we got another quest. Although if they're from the deserters, so you almost always get this quest when you normally start. I'll read it off for you. Gratian Chumnos, an infantry engineer, is calling from nearby. He has deserted the army of the Refugee Empire and is being hunted by a loyalty squad. He wishes to join you at DeGrace's Bluff. Gratian knows the location of a key outpost containing everything needed to develop psychic powers. You can get a Silent Neuroformer and another Silent Neuroformer, which means you get 2, but beware, if you accept Gratian, you will become an enemy of the Refugee Empire. The pursuing loyalty squad will attack immediately. It is composed of 1 trooper. Only accept if you wish to fight against the Refugee Empire and develop your Psycasters on your own. You will have 1 year to attack the outpost before it is moved, and you'll get Gratian. So this is a so if I believe you only get these kinds of things if you have the royalty DLC. I've never accepted this. I work with the Empire personally. I'm sure the difficulty scales the same or whatever if you're fighting the Empire, but that sounds a lot more difficult. And I also usually like what the Empire has to give you, or like what they tend to offer. I normally go that path, but the fun thing about Rimworld is you can go at the game however you want. Like if you want to start an alpaca farm, go freaking crazy. Start an alpaca farm. And that's what we're doing. And surviving, and trying to get off the planet. All that kind of stuff. Cannot believe this room hasn't been completed yet, but it is a big room with a lot of stuff in it. Oh right, I actually just entirely forgot about the Timberwolf. Okay, she hasn't been bitten yet. She cannot fight at all. I'm gonna have you run this way. My guy can fight. I'll have you run this way. And Jerry, get your butt out here. Stop researching like a freaking nerd. And, start pulling your own weight, because this is not working. Attack! I hope this goes my way. I'll have Mackenzie waiting on standby just in case this doesn't go so well. I really, really hope that I'm gonna just look. I find it's easier just look at the health than look at the log. Death in 8 hours. All right, so my guy's down. Death in 6 hours. So we're kind of waiting for this guy to to get down there and shoot this thing, but looks like Mackenzie took it down in like 1 strike, even though apparently she doesn't know how to fight. She seems like kind of a badass. All right. Rescue me. Hopefully I don't die. I have a scratch on my eyeball now, meaning I can't see as well, but I might, I might just replace my eyeball for an Archotech eye in the future. So I'll be able to see even better. But yeah, that's not good. I hate that. And it was all because I was being stupid, too. It wasn't even like... I wasn't even... Yeah, see? This is going to be... Oh, scratch scar. Yeah, left eye. Cause lacerate in the left ear and leaving a gory opening. That's freaking horrible. I just want to see sight. Only 75% of my sight left? That sucks, man. But there's worse things that can happen. And at least I can still kind of see out of the eye. And, I imagine that my guy has a pretty sick scar on his eye, which makes him a lot scarier, so that should help him in combat. I mean, there's no stat for that, but I just, I imagine. So yeah, he's got a cool scar. And in my other save, like I got like bashed in the face and my nose was destroyed. So I don't know. Like if I had to choose between having like a scratched eyeball or like my nose completely shattered for like pretty much the rest of my time there, I'd probably rather have the scratched eyeball. Did you get hurt? Yeah, you did, and you're bleeding. So probably should tend to you. But my guy needed some food. I understand. That was horrible. And that was entirely preventable, too. But, you know, we've learned a lesson. We've learned a powerful lesson. I would like to think that... I'd like to think that, you know, the longer I play, the better I get. But, like, if I'm playing by myself, I don't know how much better I'm really getting. I want you to prioritize building this art bench. I think that would be best. All right, so we're like 26 minutes in. So now, I would say we're waiting for something interesting to happen, because we know it's going to happen. Something interesting happens usually at about these intervals of time. I would say at about like 30 to 45 minutes, something interesting happens. I mean, we did have a wild rabbit animal, and you could qualify that as interesting. But I'll go to 40 minutes and see. I'm not too worried about how long these are. Rimworld's a really long game, and it's going to take a really long time to get through it, so... So yeah, I don't want to talk too much about meta stuff, but meta stuff. Sometimes I like one of the things I absolutely love about the game is the wildlife, and that you can just like see wildlife like roaming around and trying to survive and stuff. Always thought that was cool. Now that this is done, I'll add a build to make large sculpture details. Oh, right. That means I also have to make something else, which I don't seem to have enough room for in this. So the one thing I entirely forgot is I'm not going to have them use wood for that, because we're going to need a lot of wood to build the base initially. So I'm going to have to have them use a stone cutter's table. And I just need to find a place for it to fit temporarily. That works. That works. It's not the end of the world. Not too bad. Not too shabby. You consume this meal and then you work on. No, you don't get to rest. Rest is for people who work really hard. Royal Tribute Collector. We don't really have anything for him. And if we had gold, because like they'll accept like slaves or gold, which, you know, I respect that. They just want stuff that's valuable. I don't like giving them my gold because I like to make a gold table for all my colonists to eat at, and that takes a bunch of gold, so it's not happening. It's my gold. What else can Mackenzie do? She can mine, which is good. So what are we going to mine out next? I am going to deconstruct this, and I'm going to mine... We're going to mine like this. And then this is... I want to make sure that there is enough room in the hallway. 1, 2, 3. It's got to be 3 and then 4. So it's got to be like this. Yes, that's right. Alright, sweet. So yeah, it's got to be like this. So I'm going to make this hallway, I'm going to mine this all out. And I'm not going to mine this out just yet, but like that's probably going to be like after I get my like storage facility unlocked. Once this is all mined out, then we're going to mine up here to do our storage area. This is our first hallway. Look at all these peoples. They got cool hats. That person right there has what's called a mono sword, which is like a crystal kind of sword, which is cool. I love those swords. I think I like I don't know which one I like better, the plasma swords or the mono swords. I've heard, because I've like done a little bit of research, and apparently the mono swords are actually pretty much better than the plasma swords, but they're about the same. What happened to this door? Why is my... I know I'm literally working this guy into a mood issue. Intense pain. It also sucks because that wolf only gave us 20 skin. It would be cool to give your dude all wolf skin something, or because you can also hunt big cats and such and give him fur from that. So that would be cool. Probably not for this type of file though. Do. Oh, this guy's finally almost dead. There was a wild boar. I think the wild boar may have found its way out. It actually probably attacked its way out, now that I think about it. Oh, one sec, I'm getting a call. Okay, I'm back. So, I think this is probably a good time to call it. Sorry, if I was just it was a difficult phone call, I guess. So it's already been 32 minutes, so I feel like that's fine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe, all that stuff. My name's Taylor. I'll see you next time. See ya.